Hi, babies. You're so handsome. Come here, Jasper. Really? Morning, guys. Thanks for tuning in. It's Saturday morning. It is the first semi-nice day that we've had in the past week here in New England, or I should say New Hampshire. It's been kind of rainy and chilly, just kind of overall gloomy, and being stuck in the house on days like that kind of sucks. I was sitting in bed this morning and just kind of having a few thoughts about a few things going on right now and some announcements that were made from the president and the CDC, and I just thought I'd jump on to talk to you guys about them, see what your kind of thoughts are. If you want to leave those in the comments below. If you like this post, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already a subscriber or a follower, please feel free to hit the subscribe button below. So yesterday, the CDC, I don't know if it was actually yesterday or Thursday, whichever, but the CDC kind of put out an official advisory stating that that they are advising that when you go outside of your home to public locations like restaurants, cafes, grocery stores, that you wear a face mask. I have never in my life had to wear a face mask for anything, whether it was being sick at the doctor's office or anything like that. Even when I was working in the medical assisting profession, actually there maybe was one or two times when I did my internship in general surgery that I had to wear a face mask, and that was during debriding in wound care. But I mean, those are pretty standard purposes, but outside of that medical training, I've never had to wear a face mask. So the idea of wearing a face mask into the grocery store or a restaurant is kind of daunting to me. I don't really know how I feel about that. I mean, you always see pictures of, people in China and overseas wearing face masks in public, and, traveling throughout the United States to popular tourist destinations like Disney World. You see people every now and again walking around with face masks. And it was very interesting to me because the week before the proverbial shit hit the fan and this whole coronavirus just kind of exploded, my daughter and I were at Disney World and Universal for her spring break, and people were walking around as if nothing was going on. There was a little bit more hand sanitizer use than you would normally see, and people were a little bit more cautious touching the railings while waiting for waiting in line for the rides. But I think we maybe only saw a handful of people wearing masks and gloves, and some of those people had the mask on, but it was like tucked under their chin, so it wasn't even covering their nose or their mouth. So I'm kind of like, what's the point? I don't get it. In any case, I think we can kind of foresee maybe the future of America being a very similar picture to what you see in mainstream China and Japan right now, where are we going to become that modern day society that when you're outside of your home, you're walking around with a face mask on? The sun is starting to come out. Get some vitamin D. So are we going to become that society that walks around outside of our home with a face mask on all the time? I don't know. I mean, the doctors say that the only real face mask to prevent the spread of any, viral transmission is the N95 mask or a surgical mask, but we want to save those for, the people who are fighting on the front lines of this coronavirus, like the doctors, nurses, paramedics, EMTs, firefighters. So wear a cloth mask, but a cloth mask, it just seems like the only real purpose a cloth mask would have besides, keeping my sneezes or coughs from my allergies from, spreading my germs to other people, would be for me to not be touching my face. So I don't know. I just really don't know how I feel about the whole thing. It's really kind of a conundrum, if you ask me. But I guess some covering is better than no covering. And then it brings me to the whole, gloves thing. Like, do you wear gloves when you go out in public? Am I going to wear gloves when I go out in public outside of my home? Because I figure you put hand sanitizer on, or you have clean hands, you put gloves in them, and then you go out and about and you're touching all of these things, and then you're bringing them into your home with the same gloves on, or are you changing your gloves 15 times? Are you hand sanitizing everything in your home that you touch with the gloves? Are you sanitizing the packages? It just seems like there's a whole bunch of convoluted steps in the process, and I don't know, I don't know. I guess that's the whole gist of this thing. I just don't know. But does anybody know? If you think that you have a foolproof method or, a smart method for face mask and glove usage, please feel free to, leave it in the comments below. I definitely, welcome other people's perspectives. And I guess that's that. So, happy Saturday. Drink some coffee. This is my second cup. And thanks for tuning in. Talk to you soon. Bye. Doggy's out getting some fresh air. Do not pee in the neighbor's yard.